Few hours ago, Pep Guardiola was interviewed and he had a lot to talk about Barcelona, his former team. Now, he had a lot of admiration for Amsi Flick. This is what he said. I am not the kind of person who gives advice, but some people say, no, the problem is in Barca's defense. Look, don't change anything. Just keep moving forward as you are now. This is an advice to Amsi Flick from Pep Guardiola. He said, naturally, as time goes by, opponent will find ways to hurt you. Isn't that the essence of the game? The team never stays the same. They will find a solution, and when that happens, it will be up to Hamsi to find the counter for it too. It's not about changing the system, but about adding new details that prevent opponent from exploiting weaknesses. In football, stagnation destroys any team. Comparison between my style and Flick's. This is a question now to Pep Guardiola. I said, Joan Cruyff's idea was always to score one more goal than your opponent, but it was accompanied by great control by the game's rhythm. I think Hamsi has given that idea a new touch. Sometimes I try to analyze that what Barca do. I look at how they defend, how the whole process works. Everything they do is at maximum speed. It's really enjoyable and worth admiring. As a Barca fan, I feel sorry for those who aren't fans of this team because watching them is pure joy. It was a pity they didn't reach the final of the Champions League, but let Inter are a very tough team to beat. This is what Pep Guardiola has to say concerning Barcelona team, two-third under Hansi Flick. Now, he has a lot of admiration for what the team is doing. In fact, that he watches the game, but sometimes we see of recent that people are saying that Barcelona or Hansi Flick should change the system. That no, that Hansi Flick should rather stick with it, but find ways to cover those loopholes, because every ideas you bring, opponents try to explore those things and find weaknesses and use it to hurt you. It's a normal thing with every other team, right? So Pep have done it. He has been there. He has been doing it, and he has seen it all. So rather than changing the system, this is what he said to Hansi Flick. Rather than changing the system, but adding new details that prevent opponents from exploiting weaknesses, adding new details that will make opponent to explore those weaknesses that have been created or they see there. So that's what he has trying to tell Hansi Flick. Well, I think it's a good one. And talking about Joan Cruyff, this has been the idea of Joan Cruyff as a legendary Barcelona, old timer who has, instituted a system that every coach must use, or a blueprint that every coach that comes to Barcelona must use as a blueprint going forward in Barcelona. So every coach that comes must align with that system, but bring his own idea to, create something out of that system, but the blueprint must remain. So that is what this guy is talking about. So when he was not asked about the comparison between him and Hansi Flick, he said Hansi Flick have given a new touch to this system by Joan Cruyff. So that's what Pep Guardiola is discussing in this interview. So I think it's a good one that yes, that in as much as you're not a Barca fan, right? If you watch Barcelona, it's a joy to watch, to be honest. Anytime, when you see Barcelona fans, there's a joy that comes in their mind when they see the team play, how they play in rhythm, how they play in cohesion, how they play going forward from the back. It's a joy. Barca is a joy giver. If you don't believe it, Barca is a joy giver when you watch the way they play and the way the system is. I think it's a good one that Pep actually reckons with Barcelona and still remain a fan of Barcelona. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section.